Do you believe that the largest and most perfect pyramid in the world was built over 4,500 years ago by human hands alone? Or is there something more, something that official history has never revealed? In the next few minutes, we'll show you evidence that could change everything you think about pharaohs, ancient technology, and visitors from another world. For centuries, humanity has wondered, how could an ancient people, without modern machines, have erected a structure as colossal as the Great Pyramid of Giza? Was it just advanced calculations and thousands of workers? Or was there something they weren't telling us? Get ready. In the next scenes, you'll discover surprising theories, hidden symbols, and accounts that point to a presence far beyond Earth. But beware, the more we investigate, the more questions arise, and the truth may be buried beneath the desert sands, waiting to be revealed. And what if I told you that some of these stones bear markings that no one has been able to explain to this day? Stay tuned, because what comes next will surprise you. Does the Great Pyramid of Giza contain an architectural enigma that still puzzles modern engineers? How were tons of stone blocks, some weighing the equivalent of entire trucks, erected with such precision without advanced technology? What's more, inside the pyramid are hidden chambers that were only recently discovered with cutting-edge technology. But what lies inside could change everything we believe about ancient Egypt. Get ready, because at the end of this video, you'll discover a surprising detail that archaeologists have tried to hide from the public for decades. Imhotep, the legendary royal architect, walking before thousands of workers. Under the scorching desert sun, his eyes bore a determination almost impossible to comprehend. On one side, slaves breaking stones. On the other, engineers adjusting ropes and primitive ramps. But at the same time that civilization seemed simple and rudimentary, one of humanity's greatest engineering feats was being born. How could something so grandiose be built in a time when iron wasn't even dominant? The answer, perhaps, isn't as obvious as you might think. I spent my life studying ancient Egypt. Each discovery was like finding a piece of a puzzle no one could put together, until I came across something that changed everything. A pattern that seemed impossible to be created by humans alone under those conditions thousands of years ago. Scientists used drones and lasers to scan every inch of the pyramid. What do they find? Secret passages, blocked corridors, spaces that had never been explored before. A trip back to the past. The limestone blocks arrived via the Nile on boats. But how were they transported to the top? Some theories point to immense ramps, others to counterweight systems. But there is a third hypothesis, so intriguing that, if confirmed, it would rewrite the history books. And the most curious thing, documents from a scribe, hidden for centuries, seem to contain clues that the pyramid holds a purpose beyond being simply a tomb. While some historians believe the pyramid was the result of advanced human engineering, others point to inconsistencies that don't add up. Marble cut with impossible precision, perfect alignments with distant constellations, and internal chambers that still hold secrets. When we analyze the layout of the chambers, we realize that there are calculations so complex that theoretically they would have been impossible to perform at that time. This raises the question, did they have help from someone or something we don't understand? What if the answer lies in the heavens? If the construction was not just earthly, but cosmic?
A stone weighing over 50 tons being positioned with such perfection without modern machinery is practically impossible. There are theories about ramps, ropes, and pulleys, but none fully explain it. And the hieroglyphics? Some symbols seem to record encounters with beings from the heavens. It's tempting to ignore them, but they're there, right in front of us. And here's the detail few notice. Some chambers remain unexplored to this day, sealed, as if they guard something the world isn't yet ready to see.
When we analyze the precision of the stone cuts, it's as if they were made with modern tools, says engineer Dr. Karim El-Nassar, an expert on ancient structures. Archaeologist Sarah Whitmore, who worked on excavations on the Giza Plateau, suggests the pyramids may have been designed as true energy machines, not just funerary monuments. And according to documents by French researcher Jean-Pierre Houdin, there were internal tunnels used to move stones from the inside out, a technique that would change our understanding of Egyptian engineering. Back to those blocks with strange markings, many believe they are simply signs of human work, but others claim these signs could be coordinates to the sky, or to something or someone who came from somewhere else. If you thought all this was just history, get ready. What comes next could completely change the way we view ancient Egypt and the universe. Remember the mystery of the hidden chambers? New studies show that they were detected right in the heart of the pyramid, in areas where there shouldn't be any. What's inside? Treasures, religious secrets, or something even more terrifying? What if these chambers are linked to the same secret knowledge that Imhotep would have protected at all costs? If at first we ask how something so grandiose was built, now the question is, why? Some manuscripts suggest he knew mathematical and astronomical formulas that would only be rediscovered thousands of years later. Now, back to the recently discovered hidden chambers. Why were they built in such inaccessible areas? Were they treasure repositories or vaults of lost knowledge? Most curiously, engineers detected unusual vibrations coming from these chambers, as if there were an internal mechanism, something never expected in a stone monument. The biggest shock comes when the calculations are compared. The original height of the pyramid multiplied by a mathematical factor corresponds to the average distance between the Earth and the Sun. The base, when measured, has proportions that reflect the circumference of the planet itself. Coincidence? Or proof that the Egyptians possessed knowledge far beyond their time? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: the Great Pyramid is not just a tomb. It is an eternal enigma, a riddle that continues to challenge generations. How could such an ancient civilization possess such knowledge? Is it merely a mathematical coincidence, or are we looking at a lost technology buried in the sands of time? Do they all share the same origin, or is there a greater force that guided these constructions through the centuries? So the final question remains, was the Great Pyramid made solely by humans, or was there help from otherworldly visitors? Some signs indicate that the answer lies hidden right in front of us, but we may never be able to prove it until something, someday, reveals the secret that has been sealed within these walls for millennia. And if they return, will we be ready to see it? If you liked our content, subscribe and like our channel. There will be new content every week.